Well, this is Nick Robinson for Cottingham TV, and I'd like to introduce you to Cottingham South's Labour Council candidate, Alex Duke.
Thank you. Yeah.
Alex, as a local lad,
Yes, yeah.
you worked as a joiner, as you were just telling me,
Yeah.
off camera,
Yes.
and being chair of the Cottingham Enterprise Guild as well. Is that
Membership secretary.
Membership secretary.
Yeah, for that one. Yeah.
But chair of the
Cottingham Production Group.
Action Group. Yes.
Yes.
Could you tell us a little bit about why? I mean, you as a technical person have got involved in politics. I personally think it's a good idea that we get technical people
Yes.
involved.
Good.
Because so many of them don't seem to really have much
Versus.
common sense or
Yeah. Well,
idea of.
you can't be in everything, can you? But on that basis, I mean, do you want me to open up on that, or do you want me to? Yeah. Obviously, I've got experience with building and also local knowledge. So that came together. And originally in 2006, when we had a minor scare, it came apparent to me that there was something wrong, primarily in the West End Road, Epworth Road end of it. Very close to it, there was a little bit of flooding, and being a local lad, I thought there was something wrong. So we did a political piece about it in 2006, prior to the elections. And about 6 weeks after that, in the following year, in 2007, we had the floods. So we did a piece 6 weeks before it, and stood as council elections in 2005. And then we had in 2006, and then in 2007 we had the community flooding events, which came together for us. The community came together. We didn't know each other. There was a lot of experts coming in there, from chartered civil engineers, chartered structural, a quantity surveyor, in the end 2 electronical engineers, a surveyor from DEFRA. There was a few professors, and we got set on looking at why the causes were, how to put the infrastructure right, and trying to suggest smaller schemes which weren't going to cost a lot of money. So,
I mean, as a practical person, you
Yeah.
could sort of see basically what was going wrong, and
Yes.
just look at it, and you could tell, rather than having to wade through some enormous organisational
yes.
structure and involvement and responsibility.
Yeah. What it needed, Nick, it needed what we did achieve, we did a pretty good survey on the infrastructure from this, because there's two systems. The top water goes in the ditches and the culverts, and the dikes and things, but ultimately that has to join the main brown sewers at various pinch points in Cottingham. And that was done originally to converge it in 1958 onwards, and then subsequently we've got this one pipe system going out of Cottingham.
Right, yeah.
Which is the main problem.
Could I move us on a little bit now? We'll come back to the flooding in a minute if we have time, but I'd like to mention the work you've been doing with the Cottingham Enterprise Board.
Oh yes, yes.
It involves young people as well, I think.
Yeah, we've engaged in the whole community basically. And what we've tried to do is engage with young people in terms of involvement with every aspect, from charity work. We had quite a function in the King George Plainfields unit there, the pavilion. And what we tried to do there is get people to come and showcase whether the charitable organisations, whether it be MS or breast cancer awareness, Samaritans. So we did get, and we had the young kiddies in, who did the football teams were run from there to penalty shootouts, and the young girls, generally speaking, had dance groups. So we involved them from we kids to any age. And
I
they had
suppose having a family is just
yeah,
alert one to these kind of activities,
yeah.
how important they are.
The idea is health and well-being.
Yes.
The basis is health and well-being. You know, trying to keep yourself without being too structured and too rigid. Is to try and make some fun into it. Trying to engage with the public. Trying to make them health awareness and the support which are within that.
Now, I was just going to ask you about, we go back to the flooding again. 2006, it was 2007, we had the main floods, but I gather, I know that really did devastate West End Road. I know were
very
two
small
houses.
Yeah,
and,
very. Well, it's alleged that there was probably more than 450 homes affected in Cottingham.
Really?
Yes, rather than somebody else's estimate of 250. It was a bit out by the sun. But what happened after that was that, as I say, when we moved on from that, we looked at the causes, we looked at what you can do to alleviate the current system, and then we came to conclusions. The Cottingham Flood Action Group came to conclusions that you needed attenuation for the issues of 2007, which were a long prolonged rainfall after quite a lot of wet conditions. So the ground was saturated.
Yes.
And so after that, we came to a lot of research, doing the surveys of the infrastructure. We went down to the archives in Beverley to look at the understanding that the council and the authorities had in their duties. And I think it's fair to say there was quite a lot of feelings of the system.
Right. Well, what I'd like to do now, Alex, is allowing you the floor for a few moments, really, just to say why you're standing and what your values are, and we can maybe.
Thanks. What I'd like to say, basically, the reason I'm standing is because the drainage and flooding issues haven't gone away, and after 8 years. We're still struggling with that, and we have issues with, I'm afraid to say, sewerage problems. In the streets, we instigated a thing with the council which is called a Section 19 report. That's 2 occasions that's been implemented, and we've tried to raise the concerns because we believe it's a public health problem, and I believe that. I would like to stand because I think I can push this further on at County Hall, and I can, engage with the council and their officers, and that we can try and impose some sort of a bit more structure to it, and a little bit more. There's pressure needed to be on certain private individual companies, and we would like to have this infrastructure sorted. We believe it's a public health problem, and there's 24 sites with the problem of sewage.
So in fact, with all the new housing developments proposed, you're saying you're up to the challenge to.
Where we are now with that is that we believe. I've been to pretty well near all the neighbourhood plans, which we are not against developments, so can't we? We know we can't stay where we are. We're not going to deny that aspect. We believe that there needs to be a fundamental investment in the infrastructure before any more serious building, allegedly 1,600 homes are going to be built in the surrounding Cottingham district. So we want to see what we'd call a Roman moment of looking at the infrastructure. If we have to put roads in, and new roads to cope with the extra traffic, we need the drainage looking at, serious look at that. And we need, obviously, we can go on from schools, hospitals, doctors, to have 1,600 homes, whatever the populace may be, maybe as many as 5,000 extra people in Cottingham. You need to put the infrastructure in, and there seems to be a lack of understanding that we haven't got that necessary infrastructure.
Right, Alex. Well, thank you very much. Is there
All right.
anything else you'd like to add about labour values and why
Well, yeah, I mean,
think Labour would be better
yeah, well,
able to deal with the future?
well, I think I've got to say, I think that the reason I'm standing as a Labour councillor is because one is my upbringing. I'm a Cottingham person. My generations of my mother's family lived here. I feel compelled to do it, and at the end of the day, I've got some empathy here. I'm a Cottingham person. I want to see the best for Cottingham. I want to see it improve from all aspects, from every amenities which may be lacking, and I just want to see. I think I can push that.
Yeah. Well, right. Well, Alex, thank you very much.
All right.
And this is Nick Robinson for Cottingham TV interviewing Alex Duke.
Thank you.